Hello students, today I will discuss about the energy of electron in nth orbit. Now also how to calculate the wave number, and if we calculate the wave number, then obviously we will get the idea of the spectral series. You know the spectral series: Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Fant, bracket Fant. So about this spectral series also you will have idea. So actually you learn the formula, but how to derive the energy, the wave number, and to get the spectral series, that is my aim. I have taken one hydrogenic atom. Hydrogen atom, you know, hydrogen atom, there is one electron and one proton. So here the Z is 1. But in case of hydrogenic atom, Z may not be 1. So it is Z may be 2, 3 like that. But the electron is only 1, like hydrogen. So if we simplify it, and if we take that hydrogen also, then Z will be 1. So it is the general treatment. Now electron, now the nucleus has the atomic number Z. The atom has the atomic number Z, and the charge of the nucleus is Ze, and the charge of electron is E. If we apply Coulomb's law, then what is the force? Force is k Z square by R square, where k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So I have written k because all the time I will not write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. At the last level I will write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So the Coulombian force is here between the nucleus and the electron is kz square by R square, and that will be balanced against the centrifugal force mv square by R. So I have calculated, and here we can see mv square is equal to k into z square by R. So this equation is equation number 1. And from this equation another format I have made here. mv square r, just multiplying mv square and r, mv square r is equal to kz square, that is equation number 2. Now from Bohr's theory we know that the angular momentum of the electron m here is equal to nh by 2 pi. So I have written here m here is equal to nh by 2 pi, that is equation number 3. Now dividing this equation number 2 with equation number 3, what we get? We get Vn. Here I have written Vn. Actually here when we are applying Bohr's assumption, the orbits are quantized, the energy level are quantized. So it will not be simply Vn, it will not be simple R, it will not be simple V, it will not be simple R. It will be Vn and Rn. Okay. So Vn is kz square by nh by 2 pi. That means ultimately it becomes k into 2 pi z square by nh. That is the equation number 4. Equation number 4 here. Now from this equation, mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. That is the equation. From here I got Rn is equal to this one. Putting the value of Vn from 4 into 3. From 4, putting the value of Vn into 3, I am getting the value here. Rn is equal to 1 by k n square h square divided by 4 pi square m z e square. Now k, that is the kinetic energy. Okay, kinetic energy, there also I have used k, there, here also I am using k. I am writing that k dash kinetic energy is equal to half mv square is equal to half kz e square by r. That is the kinetic energy of the electron. And you use the potential energy of the electron, that is minus kz e square by r. Just like force, only in case of force it is r square, and in case of potential energy it is divided by r. Kz e square divided by r with negative side. Now energy is the sum of the kinetic energy and the total energy. Is the total energy. Total energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. I have calculated. Primarily it is minus half kz e square by r, and ultimately it is equal to minus mz square is e to the power 4 8 pi epsilon naught h square n square. Now one thing here, that the value of k I have substituted here. Value of k was 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now this is general expression for energy. Now energy initial, energy final, we have to find out separately. So energy you find energy initial, you find energy final. I have written here the difference. Energy final minus energy initial is equal to 8c by lambda is equal to m e to the power 4 z square by 8 pi epsilon naught h square within bracket 1 by ni square minus 1 by nf square. Means the ni stands for the number of orbit in the initial state, and nf is the number of final orbit, number of final orbit, the square of that. Okay. Now nu bar, that is called wave number. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. So what is the definition of wave number? That is 1 by lambda, 1 by wavelength, that is called wave number. The value is m e to the power 4 8 pi epsilon naught ch cube into z square into 1 by ni square minus 1 by nf square. That is initial number of orbit and final number of orbit where it is going afterwards. And here nu bar is equal to r. This total thing is called Rydberg constant, m e to the power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught here ch cube. One thing here there will be epsilon naught square. So here total thing m e to the power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught square ch cube, that thing is Rydberg constant. So that is r into z square, this one, this bracket. Then we are getting nu bar, that is the wave number, is equal to rz square within bracket 1 by ni square minus 1 by nf square. Now from this idea the spectral series comes. For Lyman series ni is 1, so it is 1 square minus 1 by nf square, where nf is 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. For Balmer series 1 by ni, here ni will be 2 square, 1 by 2 square minus this one, and Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket fund. So Paschen, for Paschen it is 3 square minus 1 by n square, and for bracket it is 1 by 4 square minus 1 by n square or nf square, and for fund 1 by 5 square minus 1 by nf square, and so on. So here you are getting the idea of first the energy, then you are getting the idea of wave number, and from wave number you are getting the idea of spectral series. I think you have understood. I will try to make such videos again and again. Try to subscribe my channel and give like wherever is possible. Thank you.